let's do an actual book review for The Cottage, The Wisteria Tree Cottage by Holly Martin. What is this book and what am I here to tell you about? Well, first thing is, let's talk about where it lies. This book lies as book number 2 in the Wishing Wood series by Holly Martin. And in October, there's going to be The Christmas Tree Cottage by Holly Martin. But this one here, well, before I tell you about this one, if you read the first book, The Blossom Tree of Dreams, which I believe you can get on Kindle Unlimited, I don't have it up on here. I believe you can get it on Kindle Unlimited. I'm just checking right now on my laptop. No, it looks like it's not on Kindle Unlimited, but it's only $2.99. And there's my cat. Yeah, it's only $2.99. And so anyway, you have in the first book, The Blossom Tree of Dreams, you meet 3 Brookfield brothers, River, Heath, and Bear. In book number 1, we have River and Indigo's story, which was beautiful. And now in book number 2, we have Bear's story and the woman that has his heart. Her name is Meadow. Now, as teenagers, they seem fated to be together. But something happened and they didn't end up together. In fact, she ended up pregnant and married his brother Heath. But our love story of friends to lovers involves Meadow and Bear. So how are Meadow and Bear going to become a couple when Meadow is married to Heath? Well, that's how the story starts to open up. Think about a flower that's beginning to bloom. Now, with Meadow and with Bear, you have a couple who she's in love with him and he's in love with her, and everybody around them knows that they're in love with each other and that they're perfect for each other. But she doesn't want to say anything and he doesn't want to say anything, and they don't want to ruin anything between them as far as their long-standing friendship. Then there is that little bit of a hitch in the plan is for all these years she's been married to Heath. When I say all these years, what do I mean? Well, she has a 7-year-old daughter. And Heath married her because she was pregnant. So she's been married to Heath for 7 years. What are these feelings that she's holding on to for Bear? Well, these feelings that are being held on to for Bear and the reasoning behind her marrying Heath, that's kind of like a foundation that's laid upon misunderstandings that have piled up over the years. Now, here's the thing. Meadow decides that she wants to marry and settle down, so she's going to join a dating program. So she puts together a dating profile. Well, Heath isn't about to let her go date a bunch of strange men and be out God knows where with who knows who or whatever. So he says, I'm going to just be there. We'll make it a double date. Heck, I'll even put up a profile of my own and whatever. So the very first date that Meadow goes on, Heath's over there. I mean, not Heath. Bear is over there. You're going to have to find out what happened to her marriage to Heath. I'm not going to tell you that. Let's just say she's free to date. Okay? So anyway, so Bear's over there on his date and she's over here on her date. But on her date brings his mother. On Bear's date, somehow or another, it's her date's sister. Obviously, Meadow's first date is a total bust. But this is where the book gets fun. The program they use involves more than just one date and one swiping left. It involves speed dating, pheromone tracking, saliva sampling, smartwatches. And guess what? It's all done to determine compatibility. Now, how compatible are they? Well, Meadow has this beautiful little girl named Star, and they try to explain love to Star at one point. And they compare love to a carousel love compared to a roller coaster love. And what Meadow is looking for is that roller coaster love, that one that just takes your breath away. All along, while their relationship, yes, Meadow and Bear's relationship is slowly blooming, especially with the aid of this dating app and this dating program and the dating program organizer, you have little Star with her little 7-year-old reasoning. Now, we met Star in the first book of the series when Indigo and River got together, but now we really get to know Star in this series. In this book. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to let you find out how it is that she's free to date and possibly marry somebody, and whether or not, and how. Well, it's a love story, so you know it's going to be a happy ever after, I'm trying to say. Now, this series is a trilogy, because remember, we have River, who had his story, we have Bear in this one, but what about Heath? Does he get his happily ever after? Well, you're going to have to find out in October, because the third book is The Christmas Tree Cottage. And no doubt that's Heath's story. And I will be there for it. As a matter of fact, I usually get my blog tour invitations directly in my email from Holly Martin. And I can probably literally sit here and spend 20 minutes telling you that many authors whose blurbs I do not read. So if Holly Martin emails me and asks me to participate or invites me to participate in a tour, it's an instant yes, and I never bother to read the blurb. I don't even take a look at it, like I said in another video I did, until I'm actually compiling my review. That's how good she writes, and that's how good this book is. So there you have it, book number 2 in the Wishing Wood series. Oh, by the way, the brothers are treehouse designers, and if you ever watched that, there was a show on TLC, I think it was, about tree houses. That's what you can think about when you think of these Brookfield brothers. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Bye bye.